Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Kader Hunter here. Today we've got ourselves 4 rolls of every single denomination. Now whenever we hunt through all of the denominations like this, we usually call it a rainbow hunt. And the reason why is because every single roll right here has its own color. 4 rolls of every single denomination makes it a total of 32 rolls, so let's get started. We're going to be moving from smallest to largest, and so we're going to be starting with a 1 cent roll. One ender of this roll is going to be a Austrian 2009 1 cent, I believe. And the other ender is going to be a Italian 2011. Without anything further to do, let's get right into it. Alright, let's unwrap roll number 1. And our first coin of the hunt is going to be the Italian 2011 coin, which was one of the enders, if my camera can focus on it. Our second coin is Austria 2017. Nice, so we're already starting off this hunt with a Cypriot coin. That's always a very nice find. 2008 is unfortunately the more common year, but still a Cypriot coin. We've got our very first German coin. This one might be a keeper for me. It's in quite decent shape. It's from 2017, Mintmark D. Either way, I'll put it aside into the pile of interesting finds over here. And we've got our very first French 1 cent from 2013. And we've got our very first Spanish coin from 2003. And our very first Slovak coin from 2014. We've got roll number 2 over here, and roll number 2 has a Dutch ender. I cannot unfortunately see that year. It is covered by the wrapping. And on the other side we've got a blind ender. So let's open this roll and see what's inside. We're going to be starting off this roll with a Austrian 2019. We've got our very first Portuguese coin, and this one is a 2008. It's very hard to see the date over here, but I think you can sort of make it out here. This right here is a Dutch 2004. It has a mintage of 114 million, so it's nothing too special at all. And the last coin of this roll is going to be a Austrian 1 cent from 2002. Alright, let's get started with roll number 3. One ender of this roll is blind, and the other side is also blind, so let's see what surprises await us in a double blind roll. And our very first coin is going to be a Spanish coin from 2013. This one might be a keeper for me. I will put it aside. It's in pretty decent shape. Sadly, it's got a fingerprint marking on it, but I'll still set it aside in my keep pile. And we're going to be finishing off our hunt with a Greek 1 cent from 2022. Wow. I don't get Greek coins from 2022 here often. Let me check the vintage of this one. Okay, I'm back. So this coin has a mintage of 6 million, which I am very happy with, especially for 1 cent coins, which are generally a bit harder to find mintages or types for, because as you will shortly see, I keep being flooded by a bunch of Austrian regulars. But I will definitely keep this one. I'm very happy with that find. We've got one more roll left. One end of the roll is going to be a blind ender, and the other end is going to be also blind. So maybe we have a surprise in here as well. Let's see what we got. Our very first find is going to be a Austria 2007. We've got our very first coin from Slovenia over here. It is a 1 cent from 2016 with a mintage of 25 million. We've got our very first Belgian 1 cent over here from 2001. I am going to be putting this aside because I don't think I have any Belgian typesets from, Belgian 1 cents from that early. Definitely has a very high mintage, but it doesn't look that bad, so yeah. Our last coin for the 1 cent is going to be a German one from 2002. Alright, so let's take a look at what we found in our 4 1 cent coin rolls. Alright, so as you can see, we found a bunch of Austrian coins. That pile in the back is all of the foreign coins we found. As you can see, the largest pile is Germany, but we also found quite a few, just a few Slovak and Dutch coins. We found that one Cypriot coin, which is quite a neat find. You don't typically find Cyprus here that often. And of course, we've got our 4 main coins, which I've decided to keep, which I'm going to be showing you at the end of the video. Without further ado, we've got actually 4 2 cent rolls to go look through. I'm going to be cleaning this pile up first, but just to show you all, one ender is a 2017 Austria, and the other side is a 2004 Austria. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And this is, of course, our very first coin of the roll, but also our very first Austrian 2 cent from the hunt from 2017. And we've got our very first German coin right over here. It is in a not so good condition. I can barely read that date. It looks like a 2005 F. Definitely not a keeper, but I will put it aside as our very first foreign 2-cent coin of the hunt. Got our very first Slovene coin right over here. Slovene 2 cents, sorry. It is a 2007, so the very first time they were made, not too rare at all, but still, our very first Slovene, we'll put it aside. And our very first French 2-cent coin is from 1999. Once again, the first time they were ever minted, which means they were very common, but still, we'll set it aside on the pile of foreign coins. We got a very nice German coin over here. This looks like not much circulation on it, from 2014, Mintmark A. I will put this aside because this might be a new find for my date run. And our very first Slovak 2-cent coin is from 2019. Our second 2-cent roll has a Austria 2002 as an ender, and on the other side we've got another Austria from 2014. Let's open this roll and see what surprises await us. And our very first find of this roll is Austria 2010. And that is our very first Spanish 2-cent coin from 2010. And our very first Italian 2-cent coin from 2014. And our last coin is going to be a German 2-cent Mintmark D from 2005. Let's go and open roll number 3. One ender is blind, and the other is also blind. So let's see what awaits us in this roll. And our very first coin of this roll is going to be a Austria 2020. We've got our very first Dutch 2-cent right over here from 2002. And our last coin in this roll is a Austria 2022 2-cent. Alright, let's open our last roll. That ender is a Austria 2022, and on the other side we've got an Austria 2010. And our first coin in this roll is going to be a Germany from 2002 Mintmark D. we've got ourselves a very shiny 2002 Austria. Has some scratch markings on it, but I don't actually think I have one. I will put this aside. We've got our very first Portuguese 2-cent of this hunt, and it is from 2002, so obviously not a special date, but I will put it with the other foreign coins. And our last coin for the 2-cent coins is going to be a Austria, very circulated, from 2002. So these are going to be our results for the 2-cent hunt. As you can see, all of these coins up here are all going to be Austrian, so there are not really that many key dates for that, so I just put them aside. These are all of our foreign coins, excluding the one German one I put aside over there, which I'm going to show you at the end of the hunt, at the end of the video, sorry. As you can see, a bunch of them were German. These are all German. Definitely more Germans this hunt than there were last time. We also got quite a few Dutch ones, which I'm very surprised about, and quite a few French ones. Also a Slovene, just one, a bunch of Slovaks, Spanish, Portuguese, and 3 Italian ones. Alright, let's go on with our next copper colored coins, which are going to be the 5-cent rolls. This one has a blind ender, if I can focus on it, and the other side is also blind. Let's see if there's anything special in this roll. And our very first find of our 5-cent rolls is going to be a Austria 2017. Our very first foreign will be a Germany 2002, and right behind that is a Belgium 2004. We've got our very first Slovakia over here, 2009. It is the first year these were made, so they're not going to be that rare. Well, we got our very first Finnish coin of the hunt, a 2000 5-cent. This is one of the first years they made them, so also not going to be that rare, but I will also put that aside. We've got a very shiny Portugal 2025 cents. Looking up the mintage of that, that's going to be a 15 million coin, but I will put this aside because it's in very good shape and I may need this for my year set. We got our very first Italian from 2002. This is a quite the interesting Germany 2002. It looks like someone either dunked that in some ink or decided to draw in some areas with a marker. Obviously PMD and obviously very warm, but just a bit of an interesting find right over here. And our very first Spanish find is from 2005. And our last coin of this roll is a 2005 Austria. Alright, that's roll number 1. We got a very interesting and very nice Portugal 2020. Let's see what surprises await us in roll number 2. I forgot to mention, of course, roll number 2 has a 2017 Austria as one ender, and looks like a 1999 France as the other ender. But anyway, the very first coin of the hunt is going to be, if my camera can focus on it, a Austrian coin from 2015. Wow, that is a very good condition Ireland 2019. It's 30 million. It looks like this is one of the more accurate mintage numbers, but I will be putting this aside for a typeset, because yeah, this is a very shiny coin. Got ourselves a very nice Spain 2020 here. I might put this aside. This might be a keeper for me because I don't have that many Spanish coins. So it's 221 million, so nothing too high, but still nice and shiny, and yeah. We got our very first Slovene coin from 2007. Once again, the first year they were issued, so not rare at all. And behind that, we have a very nice looking Italy 2013. I might actually keep this as well for my year set, so I'll put it aside. Yes, and the last coin of the roll is going to be a Austria 2006. Alright, let's get to our third 5 cent roll right here. One side of this 5 cent roll is going to be blind. The other side is going to be a Austria 2008. Let's see what awaits us. And the very first coin of the roll is going to be the Austria 2019. That is our very first Dutch coin from this hunt. It is a Netherlands 2008. I don't think that is one of the rare ones. Yeah, this is 74 million, so we're going to be putting this one aside. Wow, that is a very good condition. 2002 right here. I'm definitely going to be setting this one aside. That is probably an upgrader for me. It looks pretty much uncirculated. Look at that. Well, okay, it has its scratches, of course, but yeah, that's quite a nice find. And the last coin of this roll is going to be Spain 2008. Alright, our very last 5 cent roll has a Austria 2021 on one side, a Germany 2002 Mintmark D on the other side. Let's see what awaits us in this roll. Our very first roll, a coin from this roll is going to be an Austria 2011. I believe that is our very first French 5 cent coin from 2017. Oh wow! Wow, that is a Malta 2021. I'm gonna check the mintage of that quickly. That is a 4.6 million coin. That is a very nice find. Wow, I'm quite happy with this find right here. I have 2 Maltese 2021 coins, and this is my third one, so I'm very happy about finding the last one. Yeah, I'll definitely put this one aside as a keeper. And let's continue. And our last 5 cent coin for this entirety of the hunt is going to be an Austria 2021. Alright, so here's our recap for what we found. All of these coins over here are the Austrian coins, and as you can see, the proportion between the German coins and the Austrian coins, these right here are the German ones we found, is getting a lot larger, and that's a trend which I expect to also increase as we move on towards the €2 rolls. We also found quite a bunch of other countries. We found a bunch of Slovak and Spanish ones. We also found a bunch of Italian ones, and not as many Slovenian ones as I thought I'd find up here, because normally they're somewhat more common, I thought. We also got some Belgian ones, the one Finnish one, the two French ones, and of course the one Portuguese and Maltese ones, which I'm going to be showing you guys at the end of the hunt. Anyway, we've finished with the copper colored coins, and we're going to get started with the 10-cent coins. Our very first roll has a Austrian ender, that is a 2002 10 cent. And on the other side, we got a Italian one from 2002. Let's hope we can find some key dates. We're of course always on the hunt for that 2003 Austria 10 cent, which would be a spectacular find if we found that, but, well, let's see what this roll has in storage for us. The first find of this roll is going to be a Austria from 2019. If I can pick that up, there we are. And our very first Italian one from 2002. Our very first Spanish coin is going to be from 2001. This is our very first French coin from 1999. And our last coin in this roll is going to be a 2002 Austria. Right, our second roll has a blind ender. On the other side, we've got an Austria from 2007. Let's see what this roll has waiting for us. And the very first find of the roll is going to be a 2002 from Germany, a 2002 10 cents. Right behind that, we have a very shiny 2020 from Germany. I'm going to put this aside. I might have this, but I have to check. So, let's see. And we've got our very first Slovak one from 2020. And right behind that, we have our first Dutch one from 2000. And our very first Greek one right behind that. So it looks like we're getting a lot of countries now. This one is from 2002. We've got our very first Portuguese 10 cent from what looks like 2009. That is 10 million. And the last find of this roll is going to be a Austria 2015. Right, next roll. We've got a blind ender and a blind ender. So let's see what surprises await us here. And our first find of this roll is going to be a 10 cent Austria from 2002. And our last find for this roll is going to be an Austria 2017 10 cents. Alright, here's our last roll for 10 cents. We have a Slovak ender from 2009. And on the other side we've got a blind ender. So without anything further to do, let's get started. Our very first coin is going to be a 2003 Germany. And we've got our very first Belgian coin from 1999. Has a bit of a ring of death around it, if you can sort of see that. But either way, it wouldn't be a keeper anyway, so yeah. We've got our very first Irish coin over here. This right here is in Ireland's 2008 with a mintage of 56 million. And the last coin for our 10 cents is going to be in Austria for 10 cent from 2010. Alright, so here's a little recap. We found this pile of Austrian 10 cents. Unfortunately, no 2003, but we'll get it one day. I know, I'm definitely sure of that. In the back over here, we got a bunch of German coins. What sort of surprised me was the amount of Italian coins we got. Definitely a clear outlier over there. And then we got a bunch of Spanish, French, some Dutch ones as well, and a bunch of minor Slovak finds, some Greek finds, one Portuguese, one Irish, and one Belgian. No real keepers aside from that good quality German 10 cent which I found, which I'm going to be showing you in the recap. Anyway, we've got ourselves some 20 cent rolls to take a look at. Last time I hunted 20 cent rolls, I found that NIFC Sammarinese coin from 2011. Will we get this lucky? Well, I doubt it, but we can certainly hope. This one we can definitely hope because it's a double blinded roll. So let's hope we can get some good finds. And let's get right on with it. And we're going to be starting off this hunt with an Italian coin, Italy 2002. And of course we've got our very first Austrian coin from 2016. And our very first German, which is 2018, Mintmark J. No, Mintmark F, sorry. Our very first Greek one from 2002. And our very first Spanish one right after that from 2001. Oh nice, so we've got ourselves a French 2021 20 cent. I already have this one, but it is in really good condition. I'm actually going to be checking if this is an upgrader, so let's put this one aside. That is our very first Estonian coin, our very first coin from the Baltics too. And our very first Belgian 20 cents. And our very first new Dutch coin from 2016 with Willem Alexander's face on it. This right here, it's roll number 2. We got a blind ender and a blind ender, so it's a double blind roll. Let's open this one up and see what we can find. And our very first coin for this roll is going to be a Germany 2002. This, we got another Cypriot coin from 2008. Obviously 2008 is the year Cyprus joined the Eurozone, so this isn't going to be anything too rare, but still a very nice Cypriot one. This is our second one this hunt, the first one also being a 2008, but this time just 1 cent. We'll be putting this one aside, and let's continue. And we've got ourselves a first Slovenian 20 cent coin from 2019. I believe this one has a mintage, well, I'm going to be looking it up anyway. This one has a mintage of 8 million, so not really that low, but still quite a nice find. I'm going to be putting this one here, and let's continue. And the last coin of this roll is going to be an Austria 20 cent from 2022. Yikes, that's bright. Alright, roll number 3 of the 20 cent coins is going to have a blind ender and a blind ender. Yet again, another 20 cents double blind roll. Let's open this one up, see what we can find. My apologies, that should not happen, but let's see what we get. I believe that is our very first Slovak find for the hunt from 2009. And we've got a regular Beatrix Netherlands find from 2000. And our very last find for this roll is going to be an Austria 20 cent from 2019. Last roll, blind ender and blind ender. We've got another double blinded roll. Let's see what we can find here. And our first find for this roll is going to be an Austria 20 cents from 2014. And the very last coin in our 20 cent hunt is going to be a Germany 2002. Alright, so as a recap, we found these Austrian coins over here. We also found a bunch of Germans and Italian coins. For the smaller amounts of coins, we found Spanish, French, a lot of Dutch ones, one Estonian, one Belgian, a few Greek, another Cypriot, and a Slovene. I'm actually quite surprised by the amount of Italian coins, though I guess that is to be expected, given that we are quite close to Austria. Anyway, with 20 cents done, we are now going to be proceeding to our 50 cent rolls. This one has a Germany 2002 ender, and on the other side it's blind. We are going to be hoping for some microstates. I really hope we can find a Vatican, at least, in one of these rolls. Anyway, let's get right on with it. And our very first coin of the hunt is going to be a Spanish coin from 1999. Right after that we got a German 2002 Mintmark A. And our very first Austrian is going to be from 2019. And our very first Italian from 2002. A very bad condition German one. Actually, that date looks completely scratched out, so I don't even know what date this is. I mean, it's clearly a 2000 coin, but could be an NIFC for all we know. Although, come on, I doubt it. But either way, bit of an interesting find. Our very first Dutch find is from 1999, and right after that is our very first Belgian find from 2004. Oh wow, that's okay. A bit more rotation than a bit less rotation than I initially thought when I turned this coin around, but still a bit of rotation. In case you don't know, Belgian coins are quite common. with that amount of rotation, because the quality control at the mint is, or was, not exactly the best, at least until the days of Philippe on the coins showed up. But still, quite a cool find. One thing I'm noticing so far is that we're getting a lot more German coins than we were getting Austrian coins, so things have now switched around. And 2014 Italy is a 5 million mintage coin, but I already have this, and I come across their 5 million mintage coins quite a lot, so I'm just going to be putting this one aside. Our very first Slovak coin from 2009, and a Belgian coin from 2012 with the updated design, but of course no rotation. And our last coin of this roll is a 2002 German. Roll number 2, blind ender, Spain 1999 on this side. Let's open this roll, see what we get. Very first coin is Lithuania, wow. Another Baltic one. This one is 2015, so it's the more common date, but still, Lithuania, nice find. I believe this is our very first Luxembourg coin of the hunt from 2014. And our last coin from this roll is going to be a Spain 1999. Alright, let's get right on with it with roll number 3, which has a Germany 2002 ender and a blind ender on the other side. Let's open this one up and see what's inside. And our very first find is going to be a Austria 2018. And the very last coin in this hunt, in this roll, is going to be a Germany 2002 Mintmark F. Alright, last roll of 50-cent coins. We've got a Dutch ender. I can't read the year. I can, barely. It's 2001. And on the other side it's blind. Let's open this one up, see what's inside. I'm going to be starting off this roll with a Austria 2018. And right behind that, a Austria 2019. And our very first Portuguese 50 cent of this hunt is from 2003. Oh, we got a Finnish 2002 50 cent, which... okay. I just checked the mintage. This is a 2002 50 cent Finland, is 988,000. That is a nice find, a sub 1 million. 2002 does not tend to be a rare date for many European countries, but I did remember that there were a few Finnish ones which are rare for 2002, and this just happens to be one of them. Very happy with this find. So yeah, I'll definitely take this one. So we'll put this aside and in the keep pile, and let's continue. And the last 50-cent coin in our hunt is going to be a Greek 2002, which is also our very first Greek 50-cent coin. So we'll be putting this one aside. Let's get on with our recap. Alright, so here's our recap for all of the 50-cent coins we found. Once again, as I've predicted before, I predicted before that Germany would eventually pass Austria, and as you can see, we found a lot more German coins And we found Austrian coins right over here. What surprised me is that we actually found more Italian coins than we found Austrian coins. So that's quite interesting, I guess. I didn't know that 50-cent coins here were this skewed. Unfortunately, we didn't find any microstates, but we did find that nice 2002 Finland. We also found a bunch of French, Spanish, Belgian, Dutch coins. We also got our one Luxembourg, one Greek coin, a few Portuguese, some Slovak, and a Lithuanian coin as well. However, our microstate luck can still catch us in these €1 rolls. This one has a Spain 2003 as an ender with one Karlsruhe, and on the back it is blind. So let's get started and let's see what we find in this roll. The very first coin in our hunt is going to be, the very first €1 coin for this hunt is going to be a Spain 2007. And we've got our very first Austrian one. It does look like it's got some gunk on it. It's from 2011. One thing I also hope to find eventually is a Austria 2003. That's the other key date Austrian one. One day we'll find it. I know people like Austrian Eurocoin Hunter found them in their rolls. So let's hope that we will also get as lucky. And our very first German one is from 2002. And I forgot to say it, but this Italian one over here, actually both of them are from 2002. We got our first French one from 2001, sorry. And our first Irish one from 2002. We got a Slovak one from 2009. Right behind that, a new Spanish one from 2018. Forgot to mention the last coin of the hunt was a German 2002. Next roll has an Italian 2002 as an ender. And on the other side it's blind. So let's see what awaits us in this roll. We're going to start it with a Spanish 2001. Our very first Belgian coin from 2002. Our very first Portuguese €1 is from 2010. Our very first Greek coin is from 2007. Alright, our last coin, as I forgot to mention again, is an Italian 2002. One thing I'm noticing is that we're not getting that many Austrian €1, which is a bit interesting. We actually found more Spanish, Italian, and German ones, and we nearly found as many Irish as Austrians so far. But of course, that can still change in these last two rolls. I forgot to mention, this one has a Finnish ender actually, but from 2001. And over here, we've got a new Austria 2016. So, nothing too special. Let's see what we can find here. Our very first find is a Germany 2003 Mintmark A. So we got our first Finnish coin over here. This was our ender, Finland 2001. Not one of the rare dates, but still nice design. I really like the design on the Finnish coin. So let's put this one over here and continue. Our very first Dutch €1 is from 2001. This coin in our roll is an Austria 2016. Alright, last roll of €1 coins. The ender is a Germany 2002. And on the other side is blind. Let's see what we can find. And our first coin is going to be a Germany 2002. We got a Luxembourg coin over here from 2005. The mintage of that is going to be actually 2 million. I'll put this one aside, although it's not in the best of condition. I'll think about keeping this one. And the last coin in our €1 rolls is going to be in Italy 2002. Alright, so we ended up finding a lot of German coins right over here, but our pile of Austrian coins is actually not as high compared to the pile of Spanish coins, which is actually exactly the same, and our pile of Italian coins. Now this could be because the mintages of these coins is obviously going to be very high, some of the highest in the entire Eurozone, I believe. But it's still interesting to see that Austria is actually being beaten by these other countries in Vienna. As for the other finds, we ended up finding some French, Portuguese, Belgian, Irish, not as many Irish as Austrians, unfortunately, Slovak and Greek coins, and one Finnish, one Dutch, and one coin from Luxembourg, which I'll be showing you at the end of the recap, at the end of the hunt. Alright, we've got our last 4 rolls over here, and now we've got our chances for commemorative, so keep our fingers crossed that we find something really good in here, and yeah, let's get on with roll number 1, which actually already has a commemorative at the end, Brandenburg, and the other side is blind. So yeah, let's get started with that. Alright, roll number 1, right over here. And the very first coin of our hunt is going to be Belgium from 2006. And we've got a Italian 2002 right after that. And right after that, we also got our first German from 2014. Our very first commemorative is from Germany. It is Deutsche Einheit from 2015. Mintmark A. And our first Slovak is from 2015. We got a Maltese €2 from 2008. This is also the very first year they were introduced, so this one is not going to be rare, but still cool to find a Maltese coin. We got our first Austrian 2014. We got a Hamburg commemorative with Mintmark G. If this were an F Mintmark, then we would be able to check it and see if it had the old €2 map, which I can find a coin from, here's one. The old map has a lot of Europe missing where the euro is. It only has Central Europe and west of it on it. The new map has all of Europe on it, so if we were to find a Hamburg F and it had the old map, then it would be a very nice find. It would be an error, and I don't think it's worth that much, but on the Eurocoins Discord server, someone actually recently found it. So link for that is in the description below. And let's continue with our Ender commemorative, Brandenburg Mintmark D, Germany 2020. And our first French coin from 2000. And our last coin is a German 10 years euro. The mint mark is a bit difficult to spot. It's actually right there next to the 2012. It's hard to see because it's very easily confused for these little dots around that planet. Mintmark is J. None of these, however, are rare. Alright, that was roll number 1. Roll number 2 has a very shiny blind ender. And the other side is also blind, so we got a double blind roll. Let's see what we can find. And that is a 2019 Germany in really good condition. Our very first Spanish €2 is from 2008. We got our very first EU flag commemorative from Germany. The mint mark is A. Oh nice, we got a Malta €2, but this time from 2013. That is 4.5 million. I don't think I have this one, I have to check, so I'm going to be putting this one aside. And our last coin for this roll is a Germany 2011. Mint mark, I believe that is A. Yes. Alright, next roll has another commemorative ender, the World Food Program from Italy. This is one of the most common commemoratives though, so it's nothing special. And the other side is blind. Let's see what awaits us in this roll. And our first one is a Germany 2002, mint mark D. We got a Slovak 2017. That one's a key date, but I come across this one a lot. We got our first Dutch coin, a Beatrix regular from 2001. And our ender is the Italian World Food Program from 2004. One of the first commemoratives ever issued, but also one of the most common ones, so nothing too special. I'll put it in the commemorative pile, but I will definitely be putting this one back into circulation. Oh nice, we got an Italian 10 years euro. My camera can focus on it. This is one of the more common 10-year euros. This is the one I mixed up in my last video, the mintages, by accident. We'll be putting this in a pile. Even though it's in somewhat decent shape, we'll be spending it again. I already have enough doubles of this. And right after that we got a Giovanni Boccaccio coin. I think this one might be an upgrader, although it's not in the best of condition. So yeah, we got a nice Italian commemorative. Oh my god! What? That's insane! Oh, wow. What? Okay, a Greek commemorative like this, wow. I'm shocked. That is, 2021, 1.5 million mintage, but Greece never really shows up here. Wow. Very happy with this one. I'll definitely keep this one as a double. I really like that design. Yeah, that's really cool that shows up here in one of my rolls. Nice. At least we got something good in one of these rolls. Definitely a keeper. And our last coin of the hunt is going to be another German commemorative, 2009 Saarland, and that mint mark is F. Alright, last roll, blind ender, and a Austria 2017. Let's open this one up and see what we can find. Okay, we've got a Austria 2017 as our very first find. Greece 2002 with the S in the star. Not rare at all. Don't believe the online ads for it that claim it's worth hundreds of thousands. Oh my god. I just saw... So we got a Maria Montessori coin. This is definitely a keeper as well. 2020 Italy. Vintage 3 million. Yeah, I haven't come across this so far, so I'm very happy about this one. And I see an Irish coin over here. That one is Ireland 2014. I think that's one of the lower mintage ones. 2014 Ireland. Nah, it's 5.3 million, so nothing too special, but our first Irish coin, so definitely happy about that. We got Germany. We got an Erasmus from Austria. These have been getting a little bit rare in circulation, but they're still findable, and with a mintage of 2.5 million, I already have a few of those. I come across them quite often anyway, so yeah. What? Oh my god! That's a Finnish commemorative! Oh my god! Wow, this last roll was godly. I believe that's 2 million mintage, but Finland never shows up here. Wow! Oh, I'm so happy without this one. I think this isn't even one I have. That's insane. That is crazy. Oh no, sorry. Is this 2012? Yeah, this is 2012. Wow! Oh, that is spectacular. That is wow. Wow, I thought this whole hunt, you know, it wasn't really the greatest. Sure, a few good finds, but wow, this roll is making, these last two rolls have definitely made up for it. Wow, that is definitely the find of the hunt right here. Finnish commemoratives barely show up here, so I'm very, very happy about this one. Do we get anything good in these last two? Italy. And our last one is in Italy 2011. Alright, so our little recap over here. We got a bunch of German ones over here. Not as many Austrian ones, which is to be expected, to be fair. A lot of Slovak ones, and not many Slovenians, which is also a little bit strange. Normally I find 1 or 2 Slovenes in my hunts. A lot of French, 1 Maltese, not that many Spanish ones, 1 Greek, 1 Dutch, a few Belgian ones, and 1 Irish one. But definitely, we got some amazing commemoratives in this hunt, so I'm very, very happy about how these last 2 rolls went. And let's go to the recap of what I found and what I'm going to be keeping. And of course it's time for our commemorative recap. So here are the ones which I'm not going to be keeping. These are mostly, well, they're all actually either from Austria, from Germany, or from Italy, like these 2 bottom ones. These are all ones I either have or I just, I don't have, but they're not in the best condition, and I'd rather just wait for one which is in really good condition. But obviously, these 3 commemoratives down here are the ones which carried the Greek Revolution from 2021, which is 1.5 million. I already have this one, but again, a very nice double to have. The Maria Montessori from Italy. I don't actually know how common this is in Austria, but I've been here for, I've been hunting a lot in the past month, and I haven't found this yet, so definitely happy with this one. And of course, by far the star of the hunt, the, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Helene Sterfberg. This one is definitely the star of the hunt. I don't think I even have this one, I have to check again, but yeah, even if I don't have it, just getting a Finnish commemorative here in my change is just very rare. It never happened to me. This is my very first one actually, so yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. If you'd like to join a community of like-minded collectors, take a look in the video description. We've got a Discord full of people who also do regular coin roll hunts. And yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you all for watching, and good luck with all of your collections, and see you later.